Bueno, gente, yo soy un gameplay de Super Seducer. Vamos a continuar con nuestras citas. Vamos en el capítulo 4. Mujer sentada en cafetería. Bueno, que veo que tiene cara de pocos amigos. Dice, en un café local una linda dama rubia está sentada leyendo. ¿Puedes hacerte más interesante que el libro y obtener su número? Podemos. Vamos a intentarlo. Objetivo, número de teléfono. Muy bien. Bueno, aquí dice, pregunta si alguien está usando esa silla y después siéntate con ella. Habiendo silla por todos lados, justamente quería sentarse ahí. No, pregúntale su opinión de qué comprarle a tu amiga. Esta excusa la había visto en el video anterior, al final no la terminé usando. Dile que ya leíste ese libro y que él muera al último. No, quédate parado y pregunta qué está leyendo. Eso sí como para que te mande bien a la mierda esta. Acúsale de fingir leer cuando realmente está cazando. A ver, ¿qué se acúsale de fingir leer cuando realmente está cazando hombres? Sí, pero te va a mandar a la mierda. A ver, ¿qué podemos elegir acá? Yo creo que esta está bien.
Hi. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good.
Cool. What are you reading there?
Kafka.
Kafka. This philosophy, right?
There is some philosophy in it. Yeah.
Nice. I always hear Kafka-esque.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm not even really sure. I think it has to do with philosophy.
That's cool. Interesting. Anyway, nice choice of book.
Thank you.
My name's Richard, by the way.
Brenna?
Nice to meet you.
This is not great, not so engaging, and you're kind of looming over her.
Ok. Pregunta si le importaría que la acompañe unos minutos. Pregunta qué más hace además de leer. No, esta de los minutos está bien.
So do you mind if I join you for a few minutes?
Go ahead.
Cool. So I'm Richard, by the way.
I'm Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's very important to sit down when you're talking to someone that is sitting down. Otherwise, you're just standing there, looming over them, looking weird. So, well done for choosing that. It's the right option.
No, mira, interesante. Averigua acerca de ella. Dile que su cabello es bonito y cambia a invitar. Sí, fácil. Usa libros como una manera de presumir. Pregúntale si viene aquí seguido. Averigua acerca de ella, está bien.
And you normally read philosophy?
No. I mean, I think, well, in every book there's a little philosophy. I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I was just in Prague recently.
He's from Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's where his house is.
I didn't know, actually.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you go, they'll talk about Kafka. So.
Nice. And what else do you like to read? Do you like
I generally read
fiction, non-fiction?
Fiction and like 20th century American lit.
Okay. Who's that, Mark Twain or something?
Like Salinger, or maybe I just recently read a novella called A Day No Pigs Would Die. It's really
A Day
nice.
No Pigs Would Die.
Yeah.
That's like when everyone's vegetarian or Muslim.
Well, I won't spoil it, but you're on the right track.
Oh yeah, nice one.
Yeah. What do you
Cool.
read?
I read a lot of different stuff. So I like business, biography, psychology, philosophy too, and I like old English classics and Russian classics.
Russian classics, such as.
Tolstoy, Dostoevsky,
You
all,
like
all the
Tolstoy?
usual stuff. Yeah, I think he's a great writer. And obviously in translation maybe it's different, but
Yeah.
it's still very cool.
What about Bulgakov?
Yeah, Master Margarita
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
Bulgakov.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I like Russian lit.
Nice one. That's good. We have something in common already.
Yeah, I guess so we do.
Correct. It's important to always focus the conversation on the girl as much as possible because then it's just going to be more interesting for her.
Muy bien.
So, how are you able to be free in the middle of the morning on a Thursday?
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or from anywhere. But it's like internet stuff, and with America, so in Europe, I need to wait until they wake up and whatever, so
Right.
I'm kind of free. And
Yeah.
then can be working at home, lying in bed, lying on the balcony, generally lying down, working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work now?
Well, I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day, and I work in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ok. Adivina que ella enseña educación. No manches. Descubre si ella ama su trabajo o si solo lo hace por dinero. Dile que tú no fuiste a la universidad y que eso es una pérdida de tiempo. Shit. No me gusta ninguna. ¿En serio enseñé educación sexual? En ningún momento me di cuenta. No, yo creo que esto es una... Vamos por la C.
So you teach at the university? That's interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do, or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important, and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true, because I still remember my teachers from primary school and in secondary school. I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just change the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher? They like you?
I think so. I hope so.
That's cool.
try.
No, I like it, to be honest, because it's very rare. You know, most people just do their job for money and then they come and moan about it and they hate it. So it's good to meet someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is making a difference.
Thanks.
Bien.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone, so well done for picking this. It's the right option, and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into a job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about.
Muy bien.
And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
Huh, what does that entail?
So kind of quite a few different themes. For example, we kind of started with an overview of American values, which was really interesting.
Like freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense. And
Like Back to the Future, the movie.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans think that they control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Ok. Pregunta qué exactamente es eso. Sugiere que es acerca de inventar donas y hamburguesas. What? Hará sentir bien acerca de su trabajo. Rétala que explique por qué es importante. No, se la sentí bien.
In American culture, what's that? It's like George Steinbeck, Edgar Allan Poe, and all that stuff? Or?
Sure, that's part of it. Yeah, I think my focus is more on what we could call contemporary culture.
Britney Spears,
Sure,
Kanye.
sure, that is all
Yeah?
relevant. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it must be really interesting for the students. They're not learning about things thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I think so. And just kind of seeing how the Kanyes and the Kardashians, how their influence reverberates through American society and how that affects how Americans think.
And why is it useful for the students?
Because a lot of these students aren't going to stay in their home country, and
Yeah.
at some point they'll be interacting they'll either be in the United States or just interacting with Americans, and to have some perspective on their psychology or their ideology, whatever it is.
I guess it's
useful.
important, right? Because American culture is pervasive, you know, it's kind of
It could be
everywhere.
said, yes.
And seems to lead the world. I know that in England we're always like a few years behind America with all the trends and everything, and it all follows, and then Europe a little bit later. But no, it's pretty cool then. And more than that, it must be really interesting for the kids.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
When someone has something that they actually care about in their life, you don't want to tease them about it or denigrate it. So it's good to give them some validation on something like this, you know, the job that she's obviously passionate about.
Sí, la verdad que
I
sí.
really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing that's very frustrating for me. I've got this problem where I can't print all the copies that I need, but I want my students to all have their own copy to take home. But then I have to go to the printer like every day, and it gets kind of expensive. So what do you think I should do?
Dile que debe ser molesto y dile que pida una asignación de impresión más grande. Sé genérico y vago porque no escuchas. Dile que si tiene un colega que no le cae bien puede ignorarlos.
Well, look, I mean, we all have these problems at work, and if you've got this colleague that you don't like, then you can just ignore them, or I don't know,
What?
deal with it somehow.
A colleague
Yeah, you had problems at work or something, right?
about printing.
Ah, printing.
Oh,
well, that's
shit,
okay.
también me
Yeah,
distraje.
So maybe just use the screen instead of printing or something like
Shit.
that. iPads. Get them to bring their iPads.
Ya la cagué ya.
Oopsie, looks like you got distracted by the sexy girl. Don't blame you, but kind of messed things up with this one, didn't it?
Sí, la verdad que la cagué. No, yo sí me distraje, la verdad que me distraje. Muy buena esa, che. La primera vez que veo esa interacción. Y bueno, ahí va la primera entonces.
Ah, well, that's bad. So I guess you don't have enough like papers for the students and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, that's part of it.
I guess you can ask for more allowance or get them to share, but yeah, it's annoying.
Well done, you weren't distracted by the sexy chick that walked by, and that's something that, you know, you can use out there. Well done for paying attention and getting the right response.
So you've got your teaching thing, and what else is important in your life? What else do you love to do?
I really love dogs, and I love to travel.
Travel?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you travel a lot?
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple of years, especially.
Nice. And where are some places you've been?
In Europe, I've been in Prague, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia.
Nice. All of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
former USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never traveled anywhere say, where's the best place that I should see? Where is it?
I would actually say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
A ver, dile acerca de tus experiencias en el Gran Cañón. Pues ni siquiera sé que fuimos al Gran Cañón, así que no sé. Que acá ya un poco el perro estaba molestando, a ver. Di que es aburrido. Ahí que ni siquiera tienen wifi. Vamos a ver. Dile que tu viaje preferido fue a Tailandia y de los detalles de tu experiencia sexual que tuviste. No manches. Di que nunca estuviste pero que te gustaría ir. No es mala idea esa. Haz que elabore acerca de lo que le gustó particularmente. Ese Gran Cañón, o sea, no hay mucho que decir. Yo creo que esta está bien.
Grand Canyon, yeah, I've never been there, but I'd like to go. Maybe, you know, go to, what's a good trip? Go to New York, go to LA, San Francisco, Vegas, and then it's somewhere near there, isn't it? So
It's over there, yeah.
yeah, somewhere in that region. Mm-hmm. Then go down there, could hang out for what's good, like 2 days or
I think
just
2
a day
days.
trip?
You could do it in a day or 2 days would be better, but 1 day you could do that, yeah.
I always wanted to go since I saw Superman 2 when they go down on the he goes down on the donkey because he's too scared to go on the flying things, and then Superman comes and they have their base in the Grand Canyon. So it was when I was a kid. It was good. I always wanted to go. You should watch it. Superman classic.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
It's got the Grand Canyon in it.
This is coming back to you, relating everything to yourself. It's not the best answer and it's not necessary. You can keep the conversation focused on her at this point.
Okay.
Oh, should I say that? No. Oh. I've run out of things to say.
O sea que tenía que haberle dicho que hable más acerca del viaje de ella. Pues sí, hablé mucho yo, ahora tendré que esperar que ella hable. Dile que odia los silencios incómodos. Es que esto sería como que muy desafiante, ¿no? Yo creo que la vez está bien.
You've got a necklace on. Was it a present or
Yeah.
you bought it?
It was a gift.
Does it have a special memory?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
Wrong choice. Now, this is actually what 95% of guys do, but in this case, it shows weakness and just not good.
¿Qué quiere que
Tell me
haga?
some things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball, so that's something
okay.
I try to do whenever I can.
Nice. I
sea que
played
tenía
at
que mirar a
school.
los
They had it
ojos.
at my school, but since then I didn't. But they play. I go to Barcelona a lot, and they play on the beach. Mm-hmm. Do you play beach volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
in a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
You can do that where you jump and smash
sure.
it down. Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's harder on the beach because the nets are higher, but yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
Yeah, probably the thing I do the most is study Russian for hobbies.
Diré que es estúpido y que Putin es malvado y los rusos son idiotas que beben. No. Diré que te fue muy mal con los idiomas en la escuela. Halágala sobre haber escogido un idioma difícil para aprender. De hecho, sí, esto fue lo que tenía que haber hecho en lo del Gran Cañón, así que sí.
Russian?
Yeah.
I meet loads of people that speak, French, English, obviously Spanish, German.
Mm-hmm.
But Russian, it's really rare to meet someone who speaks Russian. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. How come you chose that?
I don't really have a good reason. When I was in high school, I had the opportunity to do a study abroad, and my choices were France and Russia, and I didn't want to go to France, so I went to Russia, and then I just never quit.
I actually like that you chose something tough and that you stuck with it. And, like I said, most people take the easy options all the time. So it's interesting and cool that you did that.
Thank you.
Nice one. When a girl has something that is a real talent, something that she should be proud of, something she's worked hard on, that's the kind of thing you don't want to tease her too much on. So, say well done, say you respect that, and say why, and then go deeper into it because, you need to find out why she would do that, why she was interested, what would make her spend the time on it. And it's going to lead to interesting conversation, make her feel good as well.
Okay.
I noticed you have an accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London, but actually, you know what? When I was young, I lived in South London, and they have a strong accent there. It's like South London and things like this. But because I travelled a lot and I moved, I've lost most of my accent. But do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
Oh, that's good.
¿Te gusta mi acento británico, cierto? Habla acerca de cómo los extranjeros perciben a los ingleses y pregunta acerca de cómo la gente reacciona hacia ella como una estadounidense. Dile cómo a las mujeres las vuelves locas. No, yo creo que la sé.
So you like the English accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people like it. They say it's
Pleasant.
kind of sexy, but maybe that's just when I speak it. But it's quite interesting actually being English, because in some places like America, we have a very good reputation, and then some places like Spain, where all the English people go and kind of party and like the hooligans go drinking and stuff, their reputation's quite bad. But how do you find it being an American and traveling?
It depends on where you're at, but I guess generally people have kind of negative stereotypes about the United States and Americans, but I don't know. It seems that a lot of people are willing to take you and judge you individually and not.
That's good, right?
On a bunch
There's
of, yeah.
But we're lucky, yeah? We don't have any real racism or anything really bad against us almost anywhere we go, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is the right choice, and it's always interesting to talk about cultural differences so it can lead to some nice conversation.
Muy bien. Dile que te gusta y que quieres verlo de nuevo. Dile su número. Pregunta qué le gusta hacer en su tiempo libre. Dile que crees que es increíblemente guapa y que te gustaría invitarla a salir. No sé, que la chica es bastante inexpresiva. Yo creo que la sé.
What do you like to do in, I don't know, for fun, like in the evening? Because you study Russian and whatever, but do you drink, dance, anything else?
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah? At the same time?
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes, cocktail bars, different bars. Do you smoke shisha?
Hookah.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
I quite like it. They say it's
Yeah.
really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore, I don't
It's
know.
healthy?
Yeah, so we need to do it sometime, like shisha, hookah, cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
When you want to transition to seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things that they do, the way they spend their time, because you might find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities, or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest the date from there and take the number.
And do you have any other outdoor, like, active stuff you like to do? You
Yeah.
said volleyball, but anything else?
Yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really enjoy a lot of nature activities. I like hiking and I love fishing.
Fishing?
Fishing, yeah.
A girl who likes fishing?
It happens. Yeah,
Wow.
we exist.
That's interesting. I've never done fishing, but I love the outside as well, you know, walking in parks or hiking if you've got somewhere like that. How about bicycle?
I like that too.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we could do one day, like take some bicycles, ride out somewhere.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Cool.
Pregunta cuáles son sus planes para la siguiente semana. Pregunta qué tipo de hombre le gusta. Toca su cara. Lanza la rutina, el cubo. A ver.
Are you interested in psychology?
Yeah.
Have you ever done this psychology test called the Cube? Alright, it's really interesting. Do you want to do it just right now? It takes like 1 minute and it will tell you all about your personality.
Sure.
Okay, so close your eyes and I want you to imagine that you're in some place, there's like a landscape, anything you like, and in that landscape there's a cube somewhere, and describe to me what the cube looks like.
Okay, it's silver.
Yeah,
It's floating.
okay,
It's small, like the size of a die.
okay, cool. And then somewhere in relation to the cube is the ladder. Can you describe the ladder?
Okay, it's green. Mm-hmm. It's one of these ladders, not one of these ladders.
How big is it?
Like 3 times the size of a person.
Okay, pretty big. And then somewhere in this scene there's a horse.
Okay.
And can you tell me like what it's doing and what it looks like and stuff?
It's grazing. It's a paint.
Okay.
And it looks very healthy.
Is it close to the cube or not?
It's probably 30 feet from the cube.
Okay. And somewhere there are some flowers. Tell me about the flowers.
The flowers are by the horse. The horse is eating the flowers.
Ah, that's interesting. And the final thing, somewhere there's a storm. Where is it?
In the distance, near the mountains.
Very good. All right, open your eyes. So this tells you, this tells me about your character. So the cube represents your view of yourself. And if it's very big, it means you've got a huge ego, but it's quite small, so it means you're quite humble. But then it's silver, so you think, you have that self-confidence that you've got something, special and a little bit shiny, and that's good. And then the ladder represents your ambitions. So the fact that it's quite big and bigger than the cube and not like under it or whatever else means that you have quite big ambitions. So the horse represents your man, so it was quite good that he's healthy and looks good, and that he's nearby, right? He's not far away, which would mean he's not on the horizon or anything. And then the flowers represent your children that you're going to have in the future. So it's good that the man is near them, that he's not like an absentee dad or something, right? But a bit strange that he's eating them. So I don't know what to think about that.
Okay.
The final point is positive as well. It means that you have a sunny disposition because your problems are represented by the storm, and it's in the distance. Some people have the storm overhead, and it just means that they've always got problems, or that at that moment they're in a dark period in their life. So does it sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's very cool.
This is quite interesting. It's a psychological game. There's a book on it, and a lot of pickup artists have used it. It's quite an interesting psychological test. Again, like, the reason it's not the best choice is it's better if you can do without it. But if you'd like some, little tricks and tools that you can carry around with you and use when necessary, this is okay and you can use it. So it doesn't destroy anything, but I'd say it's not the best option.
Ok. Propón verse para tomar algo y toma su número. Propón ir de excursión juntos alguna vez. Dile que tienes unos minutos libres, invítala a hacer el amor en el baño. Ah, sí, claro. Toma su número y di que estarás en contacto. Yo creo que excursión estaría bien.
So you like hiking and outdoor stuff, and the weather's pretty good at the moment. So one day we could take a little trip, or I don't know, meet in the evening. Anyway, lots of stuff. We've got lots of stuff we could do together. So why don't you give me your number and we'll arrange something. Thanks.
Exactly right. It flows very smoothly to find something that you both like and then suggest doing that as the reason to see each other again. It's way better than just saying, hey, give me your number, or hey, let's go for dinner tomorrow.
Sí, hay que construir algo. Dios amable, di que tan amable fue conocer, que fue agradable conocerla. Dale un largo apretón de manos, muy frío, di adiós, un abrazo y despedida, y después lánzate por el beso. Ah, muy demagógico. Yo creo que esta está bien.
Well, look, I should be heading off, but it was great meeting you. Really cool. Really, really happy to meet you, and yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye.
Oops, you got right to the ends, but this is a little bit too much. Being warm at this point, totally unnecessary, and if anything, makes you look like...
Justo me interrumpieron. Se quedó dormido ahí el tipo.
Again.
O sea que la cagué ahí a lo último.
This is not great, not so engaging, and you're kind of looming over her. It's very important to see...
Pero el objetivo era conseguir el número y lo conseguimos, gente, así que vamos bastante bien. Así que bueno, gente, nos estamos viendo en un próximo gameplay de Super Seducer. Salute.